morning. I don't know what that was. It's down by my shop. It's very early. We get to go to Georgia today. Remember November of last year we went to Windrock and I did a recap video from that trip, and the CJ did not fare so well. I have not done anything really with it since then, and today we are going to pick up what I need to rectify that situation. So I'm very excited. Should be a long day. Whenever a deal comes up like this, you got to move on it. And I've been actually looking for something like this for 4 years, ever since I started building that Jeep. And it just so happened to come up now. So here we go. Well, we made it into Georgia. We're currently sitting at the rest stop. Connor's with me, by the way. I don't think I said that earlier. But we're rolling. We got about an hour left until we get there and get the new addition for the CJ. Only lonely CJ in here. It is a 304. It's got the 8 CV8. All original. That's pretty cool. It's got a back seat. Yeah, it's got a back seat. Or if it's a frame off deal. Square body caught my eye. I've had a couple of these pretty cool trucks. Last one I had, I should have kept it. Hate I sold it. But this one's got the look for sure. That's the dream car. It is a tribute car. It's done well though. The flames in the hood is cool.
Where do you see flames? Oh,
they cut it into it. Yeah. That's pretty neat. I mean, if you're gonna cut up a hood, that's the way to do it. All right, Connor, what did you think of Street Side Classics?
I feel more poor than ever.
They
do take payments, I hear, so.
Yeah, they take payments, but if you're ever coming down I-20 or going into Atlanta, it's a pretty cool little stop. They got a bunch of cars on consignment in there, so very much worth the trip for sure. So Street Side Classics, check it out. And here is what we picked up. So these are a 9-inch and a Scout Dana 44. I don't know if I've mentioned it in any of my other videos, but the Jeep already has a Scout Dana 44, so why did I buy both? Well, the guy was selling them as a pair. He did not want to split it up. They came out of a YJ or a CJ, so I know that the overall hub-to-hub width is correct. He said it was right about 60 inches, 61 is what he said, which is what I need. They both have lockers. The Dana 44 is actually an ARB, which I may keep, may sell. I'm not sure. I haven't eaten for the front of mine. And it's got a fab diff cover on the front. The 9-inch is supposed to have a Detroit in it. It does have a locker of some kind. Not exactly sure which, but they both are 410s. And even though that is not a 488, the carriers should accept a 488. I also got a swap kit. You can kind of see the edges of the perches there. U-bolts, nuts, the whole nine, and a set of gold CJ hubs, because these outers on the Dana 44 are actually CJ hubs. They are not the standard Scout stuff. They've been converted over, and he has a set of gold hubs to go on there. Will not work with my setup. I've got Chevy stuff on my outers, but nonetheless, it's a good nice component to have, and it's easily sellable if I went that route. So we're gonna yank the axles out of this thing, bust it open. I want to see what's inside of it. And obviously it's a 9-inch, so the tubes are a lot bigger than what I've got. I am gonna end up probably putting a spine maybe on the top and the bottom, unsure which, but this is what's gonna be the new rear end for the CJ, and it will be absolutely ready for whenever I get ready to throw that guy in there. More than capable of holding V8 power, so super excited about this. Well, unfortunately, it is not a 31 spine. It is a 28, so let's see if we even have a Detroit thing. Maybe one day. This is where if I was smart that I put that little section in there where it goes any like that. Like that's where that would go. But I'm not that good yet. Yeah. It's not good news. So what we have based on that number right there, tells me that that is a factory carrier. So there is nothing special about that. So it is not Detroit that I am familiar with. That said, when I roll this around, I guess I could have gone back. This plate in here that the spider gears are locked into would make me seem like possibly some type of locker is inside of this case. I don't know enough about 9 inches to know specifically what that is. And I did look at the gears. They do look not terrible, but there's some rust on them. I'm assuming just from sitting. They are not knife edged or anything like that. Shows there, but I mean, it looks like pretty good engagement. And they are 411s, 410s, 411s, one of the two. I did read the numbers on there. So some of the story was true, some of it not true. We have some type of locker inside of this, which I may very well go with. But man, I was really, really hoping for a Detroit. It would have been pretty sweet to have Detroit's front and rear, because that's what I've got in the front of my 44 now. But neither here nor there. She is busted down. We'll get her all cleaned up. I gotta flip that pumpkin over and get all that gear dope out of there. Some interesting stuff going on with whatever was going on here. I don't know if they gouged into the tube. I guess I can't really tell if maybe a little hole. It's hard to tell, but I don't know if that's what that is for. This plating, these are gonna have to come off. My shock mounts are gonna have to come on the front, and we're gonna have to flip these perches to the top side. Definitely got a little bit of work to do, but I think overall this is gonna be a much stronger setup, even though unfortunately the axles are not 31 spline. I can always upgrade that with a new differential in the future if I did decide to go with either a selectable or a true Detroit carrier. I could get 31 spline, convert my shafts over. I'd have a super, super strong rear end. Same right now. I believe I have 28 splines in the rear now. Y'all check back later for the next episode, and hopefully we'll be getting the rear end underneath that thing, or putting a transmission in that guy, or whatever else comes in the shop. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Thanks.